about the vibrations. They just hit so different. Bob Marley once said that music is the only one thing that it hits you and you feel no pain. And that's exactly what we feel when we listen to all of the different genres that we've got. And tonight I am so honored and humbled to have John Ndung'u with us in the studio. Karibu sana.
Asante na. Shukuru sana. Amen. God bless you.
God bless me. God bless you too.
Thank you.
God bless all of us.
Right.
Other than Osolo. But we move regardless. Karibu sana kwa show.
Nashukuru sana.
You know, my producer Maggie is a big fan of you.
Oh,
and
really?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was telling me her grandmother used to listen to you.
Oh.
And from the picture she gave me, you have not aged one bit. What is going on? What are you eating? Teach us. Sensei. We just want to know.
Well. It's peace. When I have peace, well, I think I don't age. And when you have peace, when you have joy, and when you do what you like.
Yes.
And of course, we have to do what we like because we feel convinced that this is where God wants us to be. Then you don't age.
Then you don't age because you're happy.
Yeah.
Happiness helps you just maintain your youthful energy and your youthful
We always tell
effervescence.
people if you are the kind of who wear gloomy faces all the time, you age before you age.
Yes, that is very true. When you're so stressed, you can tell someone who's stressed because
True.
they look older than they are.
You're right.
Your music has gone on to, you know, just withstand the test of time. You have young people who are listening to your music, singing along to your music. How do you feel when you meet these young people who are still enjoying what you did many years ago?
Yes, I feel good. I feel good when I tell them I've been singing for the last 32 years. And they say it's just like it was done, you began yesterday. We enjoy the beats and the music and the words. And I say, I feel good because, you know, when I know that I have touched people, before they listen to them, of course their parents listen to them and they grew up listening to the songs. I went somewhere and I found children who could not understand the language that I was singing in, and they were enjoying these songs so much. I feel good, like I'm ministering to people's souls, people's spirits. Well, when you minister to people, you feel good and you see you're touching them. You feel nice. And you feel you're doing what you ought to do, bringing your gifts to your generation.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love that. Now, you know, things have changed from when you started to right now. You know, music composition, recording, music distribution, it's very different. But you're back in the studio recording music.
Yeah.
Are you finding the industry different for you now?
Yeah, it's quite different because, you know, those days we used to do it so that we can sell cassettes. There's a time we used to sell CDs. These days, you sing them, nobody buys CDs, nobody buys cassettes. But we musicians messed up this industry. At some point, we messed it up because, and of course our fans, because they want to buy music very cheap. And what happened, we would just go, you know, buy cheap CD materials so that we put the songs, and you listen to it 2 days, 3 days, it's gone. And they would accuse us of not selling quality music to them, yet they want to pay too little money, 100 shillings for the CD. You go outside the country. I went once to Germany. They are buying the same CDs at 15 euros. And you come here, they want to buy it at 100. I mean, our listeners don't want to put value to what we do. And that has affected the whole industry so much, yes.
I'm so happy you said that because there's also a lot of pressure for you to live up to this celebrity name, right? Or this title that they've given you. But they're not paying for they're not paying proper money to come for your shows. They're not paying for your music, but then they're like, John, you're not driving a 2022 Range Rover. How now? How is this happening? And, you know, as you said, things have changed. It's a different time now. Social media is a big part in music distribution. Are you on social media, John?
Yes. I'm trying to get, you know, that comeback. You have to come back and be on the level of what is happening now in the industry. So we are back on social media. We are selling songs on every, you know, all these social medias. We are there. We are on Facebook. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. And essentially, this is where people are getting our songs at this time. Yes. Yeah.
Now, from 1991, you've ended up, you know, producing, what, 10 studio albums. That is a lot.
Yeah, it could be more than that.
It could be more?
Yeah.
Oh, these are just the ones we have on record.
Yeah.
There's some more.
They're about 12.
They're about 12?
They're about 12, yes.
That is a lot. What inspires you?
Well, what inspires me, first of all, is how people live. Well, I can listen to people or watch people or see what people are going through. And it can be something, you know, that can inspire to sing a song. Another thing, when you want to give hope, and giving hope to people It's something we have to keep on doing because people continue living because they have hope. When they lose hope, they lose the sense of living. And so when you see people losing hope and you want to give them hope, you know, a reason to look for a better day tomorrow. Now you're inspired to sing a song to encourage someone who is losing hope.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all about inspiring people.
Yes.
Now, Gaderi is a very popular song.
Yeah.
I want to know, like, did you experience it firsthand in your family?
Yes.
What's the story behind the song?
And now, I grew up in a poor household, you know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of problems. My mother and father had 10 children. And having
and
10...
you're the what's born?
No. I was somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
And being somewhere in the middle, when I was singing this song, I was trying to relate to what the firstborn would be saying about the little ones and who are crying because there's no food to eat. And in our days, you just took one meal. In 24 hours, one meal was enough for you. You see, and you're not fasting. And life was not very easy. Some people will think life is easy for everyone. So, well, some times ago I was trying to imagine, you know, looking at where I came from. And when we had the issues of corona and we were telling people, everybody, you have to wash with a lot of water. They don't even have water to drink. And you're telling them to wash with a lot of water. Where are they going to get the water?
Where's the water? We barely have water to cook food.
Exactly. Yeah. Now they don't have clean water to drink, leave alone water to wash their hands with. So we look at people and we think we are all reading from the same script. That's wrong. Because in this nation, we have different backgrounds. We have come from different kind of, you know, lives, and some people are suffering. And some of us, you know, went through a lot of problems. This is what inspired this song. I was trying to remember where we came from. Essentially, when the idea came in about that song, I was in UK. And I had a lot of problems out there. So
what kind of problems did you have?
A lot of problems out there.
Like which ones? Tell us, John. Tell us, you're in a judge-free zone. Tell us your problems, John. Share with us.
Now, the fact is, when you move out of your country and you want to go and settle in another country, it's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
And I was doing all these kind of manual jobs, you know, the jobs that white people would not do. This is essentially what we did when we went to UK. And sometimes you go do things that you never imagined you'd do in life.
A lot of people talk about cleaning toilets, working in restaurants, but the back end of the restaurants, collecting garbage. What did you do, if I may
Well,
ask?
first of all, I worked as a kitchen porter. So you just, at a hotel called Sherlock Holmes Hotel, I worked there for some time. It's not easy work. It's a lot of work and very hard indeed, because now you get into that kitchen, there are about 5-7 chefs, and there's only one kitchen porter. You have to serve all those chefs. They need dishes cleaned, they need their pans, and there's a restaurant that you have also to wash the dishes. There are people serving in there. I mean, this black person walking like a donkey in here. And well, if you're a person who has been used to doing something whereby you have been required to think, and now here you have to do things, you know, you have to be told what to do.
You're taking orders. You're not thinking for yourself.
Exactly. You get to a point now you wonder, is this for me really? Is this what God made me for? I mean, you feel you need to do something else.
A lot more. You feel like you're destined for greatness, and this is not the kind of greatness that God has in store for you.
You're right.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about it's Mwitio wa Mwiri.
Yes.
Did I say it right?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Hello. Living in Kiambu has served me well. Now, this means that we shouldn't boast of our bodies, because at the end of it all, we end up in the grave. Right?
It's just dust.
Kuna mtu alikuringia ulichapishwa character development, John, niambie mpaka ukaanza kusema venye unaringia nani?
Now the thing is, now come to the industry that we are in, or the industry that you are in.
Yes.
And you find people when they're shining, when they are up somewhere, they feel like they'll never go down. It's deception. It's deception. And at times, even today, there are some singers who will come up, you know, and shine for some time. I call them, and they will refuse to answer my calls because they think they are somewhere up there.
They think in the clouds.
You know, we tell them we were there.
Yes,
we were there.
That's true.
And because we were there, or a person, you know, just a fan of yours, they meet you on the street, they want to hug you, they want to greet you, and you ignore them. I always remind these people, you know, you cannot celebrate yourself.
Yes.
It's people who make you. You don't make them.
You don't.
And so you honor them. You look them with respect because it is because of them that you are what you are. Look at them and respect them. And, you know, if you must, say something nice to them. And that makes a whole difference. If you're proud, now, someday you'll be saying, I was shining one day. Now, when you're shining, please remember where you came from. And you can go back there.
Anytime.
Just be the best that you can be when God gives you an opportunity to shine.
But John, you get so much hate in the industry, no matter how nice you are or how kind you are. And your fans, like, it's never enough. You just have to show them love all the time, and you're a human being.
You're right.
So there are days where you're tired. There are days, John, you've argued with your wife. You've argued with her. She doesn't want to see you. On that day, you have a fan who comes to say hi.
Yeah.
You're going through something different, you know. There's a lot going on, and they don't want to understand that. What do you do on that day?
Now, what you do, why is this person coming to you? They see you,
because
they see you as a symbol of someone who can be able to inspire them to do something good. Even at the point of breaking, still you put on a smile.
You have to just keep it up
Yes,
for the
you
love of
have
your
to.
fans.
Exactly.
Speaking of
They
your
make
fans,
you.
yes. Now, someone told me a while back was yesterday, that your music saved his life.
Yes.
He had stage 4 cancer. Your music kept him sane, and he has been cancer-free with no remissions for 20 years. If you hear such feedback, what goes through your mind?
Well, it tells me when God gives you a gift, that gift must serve others, not you. Just like a tree, it doesn't eat its own fruit. Let your gift serve others, because essentially God puts them into you so that they can be a blessing to someone. Now, that tells you the power in music, because when you listen to a song and it gives you hope for a better day tomorrow, even when you are fighting, you know, a terminal disease, you can still pull through because you have told your heart, I have to live. I have to live because someone said something that gave me hope that tomorrow is not going to be like today. And when a person has faith in that they can have a better day tomorrow, people die because they lose hope.
That's true. Hope keeps you alive.
Yes, it keeps you alive.
It does.
And I feel so good that a song has ministered to someone. I went somewhere to sing in Scotland. And I met a certain pastor there. And she tells me, well, we had not met. And she tells me, you don't know what your songs have done to me. What happened? They changed my life completely. They changed my life. The way I thought, I changed completely. I'm a different person.
Wow.
And you know what she did? She gave me a bunch of dollar notes, and I felt so nice. I felt at least I've become a blessing to someone.
Yes.
This is why I always remind young people, please, don't lie on your gifts.
Yes.
Don't stay and do nothing, saying they are not jobs. You have special gifts. God made you because you had something to do that no one else can be able to do. So encourage yourself. Yes, we say encourage yourself in the Lord.
Exactly. Tell them. Preach. And Ndung'u Jr. is busy clapping behind me. You can hear him. Now, you're now doing more of Swahili and English songs.
Yes.
Why did you see the need to diversify?
Now, I used to say this. Some times ago, I used to tell people, I used to sing so many songs in Kikuyu because I thought in Kikuyu. I find myself now diverting. I don't know what has happened.
Okay. I mean, you have to like adapt with the time.
Yeah.
And you want to communicate with more people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But now you go to shows outside the country. And you're not only ministering to Kenyans.
Yes.
You need to sing in some songs, even if not all, but songs that people can be able to relate with the message that you are giving.
Yes.
So I have started now to divert and singing some Swahili songs and English songs. Of course, I did a song in the album, the Gatheri album, the song called Nawe Utayo na Furaha Tele Uwe Kisima Chenye. It became popular, and it was the only Swahili song in that whole album.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to do more English songs so that everyone can feel comfortable listening to the whole album, yes.
You know what people are going to be feeling comfortable listening to? Kenyan Yetu.
Yeah.
Especially now, because we're getting closer to the elections.
You're right, absolutely.
What message do you want to send out with that song?
Now, this song has a message of, I have tried, I've lived elsewhere.
Yes.
And I know what it means when your visa expires in a foreign country and you approach the authorities and you want them to extend your visa, and they refuse to do it. And they treat you like you don't have a country of your own. And they ask you, why do you want to stay here? Go back to your country. Now you come back here and you find people here are working hard to destroy their own country. Now, what are we doing to ourselves? Now, the message in this song is, why should we destroy or spoil the only country that we have? And after we destroy that, where do we go? Why don't we become patriots and do things that can be able to safeguard the future, not only for us, but for our children.
Our future generations.
Yes, our children are looking forward to a Kenya whereby they will be proud to be Kenyans. Now, and you want to destroy it today?
You can't.
It would be too big a mistake.
It would be a huge mistake.
Yes.
Now, the industry has changed. I love that you're spreading peace, especially during a very challenging time such as this one, as a build-up to the elections. It's always a very it's not a time, a lot of people live fearfully because you don't know what's going to happen.
You're right.
You don't know based on the outcome what's going to happen. You don't know, are there going to be skirmishes? Is there going to be potential war? Because, based on the 2007 and 2013 post-election violence, we've seen that we can get there.
No.
We don't want to get there, though, John.
No,
we don't want to get there. Now, you lived in the UK, you mentioned. How was it? Just 3 words to describe the UK. 3 words.
Well,
number one.
That says me. I didn't like it.
You didn't like? Oh, that's it? I like that. So simple.
Yes,
you just enjoyed coming back to Kenya.
Yes,
You're wondering.
And I insisted.
You insisted.
Yes, I want to come back to Kenya. You know what? I went somewhere to ask for Kibarua. And there were Kenyans there.
Yeah.
And I had someone say, hey, nasiya huyu. And the other said, no, he's not. The other said, but he looks like him. Now I said, but the other guy is asking, what would he be doing here? You know what they're talking about? They came after I left. And they left this song with being a very big hit. Now they wonder. We are coming here to ask for manual work. What are you doing here? So I had to hide from them. And I had to tell myself, there's something greater, something bigger for me to do, just than just to stay here and do what everyone else is doing. I think I ought to think twice. So I thought twice. And my wife, then I told her, you know what? I want us to go back home. She said, no, we can't go back home. Everyone wants to come and you want to go. I told her, I'm not going to argue about that, but I will not force it. So let's stay. Yeah. After some months, she comes and tells me, I see the sense in what you're saying.
Let's go back.
Let's go back.
I want to go back to Kenya. How do you say that in Kikuyu? How do you say that?
Neto inoke.
Neto inoke. Neto inoke. Neto inoke. I said that in the most wengiest way ever. I was like, Neto inoke. But you wrote inspiring books. You've gone on to inspire so many young artists in the industry who you are mentoring up to date.
Yes.
But you went through something extremely difficult, and I hope that I can ask this question. It's very sensitive.
Yeah, it's all right.
You know where I'm about to go.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You lost people who are very close to you.
Yes.
Who mean so much. You lost your spouse. And you lost
I lost my son
child.
first. Yeah, I was a second-born son. He was born in he was the only UK-born child. And when he came back here, he developed pneumonia. And he died in 1991. 1 year after we came back, he died. That was a very, very, very big blow. And 4 years later, my wife died then. And it's very hard. It's very, very hard. There's nothing I can compare with losing a spouse.
Nothing.
Nothing. Because losing a father or mother, you can't go that deep.
Yeah.
Because the person you actually share, souls with. You have soul ties. You share the same house, the same bed, the same children, And losing them is not an easy thing at all. And today I say that I met an old man one time. He knew I had lost my wife. And he knew I had remarried. And he lost his wife. And he tells me, he was a doctor somewhere. He tells me, I'm a pastor, you know that, mchungaji. And someone would raise up their hand and slap their wife without knowing the kind of value or she puts into one's life. Today, he told me, I go to my house and wonder, what am I doing here? What am I doing here alone? I always say, you never know the value of your wife or husband when they are alive.
Until they're
You
gone.
will know it when they're gone.
In their absence. Is that what led you to ministry? The loss? And thank you so much for talking about something so sensitive. But is that what led you to ministry?
Not really.
Okay.
Because essentially God had called me to ministry many years before I became a musician. I became a singer. God called me to ministry when I was 15 years. And all along I had been refusing to go to ministry. More so because my first wife, my late wife, was a minister. She was a minister, an ordained minister. And I saw how ministry was, so I was just behind her trying to support what she was doing, and I succeeded in doing so. I always remind men, support your wife with what she does.
Yes.
Because she will never be a threat to you if you support her. But if you don't, and she succeeds, you always feel threatened.
You will.
Yes.
Thank you so much for saying that. Yeah. Louder for the men at the back. Thank you, John.
Do something good and encourage her. You know, whatever she's doing. When you encourage her, you help her into it. It will not be hers, it will be for the two of you.
Yeah.
And when I was trying to support her ministry, I saw the challenges in ministry, so I felt I shouldn't get into ministry. But the calling was there, ringing, you know, hard until that one time after she died, after some time, I told God, now I'm ready. Lord, I'm ready. And that's when I went for training, and then eventually I got ordained as a minister.
How did you know, how were you sane throughout all of that? That must have been a very difficult time in your life.
Yes, it was difficult. But I believe, you know, God was so gracious to me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes men take too long to heal. Yeah. But God was gracious to me. After about less than 2 years, I was able to continue with my life. I remarried, and I'm happy. So happy.
I am happy for you. John, thank you so much. Just give me your hand. Let me tell you, it is so hard to share stories of grief and loss.
Right.
It's not easy. And, you know, as someone who's married, I don't know what I would do. I don't know if I would. I can't survive. It's very difficult, and I'm so happy you shared that story. And now, so that we can end on a much better note, because it wasn't. I didn't want it to end on a sad note. Future projects. What's your next project? What are you working on right now?
I'm doing a new album now, and actually we have one that is finished. Now we're just releasing it in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And of course we have the new song, the patriotic song, Kenyan Yetu.
Yes.
I did it just recently. That whole album now will be ready maybe in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And so I'm still continuing. It is a comeback time. You know?
Of course, John. Come back and take what's yours.
Hallelujah.
The crown is here. Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you.
Okay, the UK will not miss you, but we love you here in Kenya.
Thank you.
And you are an absolute legend. You have so many people who love you. When I was telling my team that you are coming, they were like, what? Because they didn't think I know you. I don't know what they think I am. They didn't think I know you. Welcome back home. This is home.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for all the music that you've given us throughout the years. DJ E. Ndung'u Jr., I understand you have a song. You have a song? Yes? You have a song. Play the song, Ndung'u.
So should I play Gaderi or...
Gaderi, of course. Why are you asking? Are you asking me or him? You're asking him or him?
Yeah.
Say Gaderi.
Do Gaderi.
Gaderi, he has said...
As I mean, I won't so do it.
Can I tell you one funny thing?
Yes.
This is just crazy. My mom used to play this song when I used to go to boarding school.
All right.
In primary school. Yeah. And I used to hate boarding.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like, who would take their child to boarding in primary? Yeah, so I used to hate it.
Imagine.
But that song really, she played it over and over again. And it inspired me.
I'm glad. I'm so glad.
Nice.
I'm so glad.
Our director was not born. His name is Jackso. Do you want to send? He's a big fan of this song. It says he was in class like 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He wasn't. We have our producer is like 19. Can you imagine? John, things have changed in this industry. A 19-year-old is bossing us around here. I'm kidding. Jackso says that he was in class 8 when he was listening to that song. To all of my Mugithi fans, I hope that you enjoyed this interview. Ndung'u, whenever you're ready. Here is Gaderi on the train. Thank you so much.
Thank you. God bless you, Amina.
Thank you
I'm so glad you had me.
You did a great interview.
Thank you.